For nearly 250 years, the United States Marine Corps has stood as one of America's most disciplined and respected fighting forces. President Ronald Reagan once remarked, "Some people wonder all their lives if they've made a difference. The Marines don't have that problem." In one sentence, he captured a deep sense of purpose and sacrifice that defines the Marine Corps. Understanding the Marine Corps matters because it helps us appreciate not just how this branch protects our nation, but also how it shapes leaders, builds character, and influences many aspects of American culture and society. I speak about this with personal experience. Having served 13 years in the Marine Corps, I've seen firsthand the traditions, values, and structure that makes this branch uniquely powerful and incredibly cohesive. Today, my goal is to inform you about the history, organization, and culture of the United States Marine Corps. First, I'll discuss its storied history. Next, I'll break down how the Marine Corps is organized. And finally, I'll explore the culture and core values that define what it means to be a Marine. With that overview in mind, let's begin by looking at the origins and early history of the United States Marine Corps. The Marine Corps traces its origins back to November 10th, 1775, when the Second Continental Congress passed a resolution to raise 2 battalions of Marines. The original mission was to support the Continental Navy, fighting both at sea and on land. These early Marines were unique because they combined the skills of sailors and soldiers. They boarded ships, fought in close quarters, and were trained for amphibious operations, a role that would later become central to the Marine identity. Over the next 2 centuries, Marines fought in nearly every major conflict in U.S. history, from the Barbary Wars, the War of 1812, to World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and more recent operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Marines built a reputation being the first to fight and the last to quit. But the Marines are not just warriors. They regularly support humanitarian missions, disaster relief efforts, rescue operations, and peacekeeping assignments around the world. These missions show the Marine Corps' flexibility and commitment to helping those in need, even beyond the battlefield. Today, the Marine Corps continues to symbolize discipline, toughness, and unwavering dedication to defending the nation. Now that we've explored the Marine Corps' long and distinguished history, let's take a closer look at how it's organized to accomplish its mission. The Marine Corps is organized around a unique structure called the Marine Air Ground Task Force, or MAGTF. This model brings together command, ground forces, aviation, and logistics under a single unified team. Every MAGTF has 4 essential components: the command element, which provides leadership and direction; the ground combat element, which is your infantry, armor, and artillery forces that engage on land; the aviation combat element, aircraft that support missions through transport, attack, and reconnaissance; the logistics combat element, the backbone of the operations, supplying fuel, ammunition, maintenance, and medical support. The beauty of this structure is its flexibility. MAGTFs can be scaled up or down depending on the mission. A Marine Expeditionary Unit, for example, is a small and mobile designed for rapid response. Larger formations such as the Marine Expeditionary Brigades or Marine Expeditionary Forces can take on large-scale combat operations. This design ensures that the Marine Corps can deploy quickly, operate independently, and stay ready for anything. Whether it's combat, crisis response, or humanitarian aid, the Marine Corps can get it done. While the organization of the Marine Corps explains how Marines fight, its culture and values explain why they fight the way they do. At the heart of the Marine Corps are its 3 core values: honor, courage, and commitment. These values guide every Marine, whether they are on the battlefield, training at home, or living their daily lives after service. The motto Semper Fidelis, meaning always faithful, represents lifelong loyalty, not just to the mission, but to the fellow Marines and to the Corps as a whole. It's a bond that extends across generations. Traditions play a major role in shaping Marine identity. One example is Marine Corps Birthday, celebrated every year on November 10th with ceremonies that connect today's Marines to those who came before them. Rigorous recruit training, strict discipline, and emphasis on teamwork also create a sense of unity and pride. These traditions and values cultivate resilience and mental toughness. They build a culture where excellence is expected, where accountability is non-negotiable, and where Marines push themselves and each other to be the best versions of themselves. Now that we've explored the Marine Corps history, organization, and culture, we see how these elements come together to form a highly respected and effective fighting force. In summary, the United States Marine Corps has a rich and distinguished history, a highly capable and flexible organizational structure, and a deeply rooted culture shaped by the values of honor, courage, and commitment. These three pillars, its history, its organization, and its culture, work together to make the Marine Corps one of the most respected branches of the U.S. military. Under the motto Semper Fidelis, Marines demonstrate loyalty not only to each other and to the Corps, but also to the principles that define them as the few, the proud. Thank you.